We're live.
Right. It's Sunday. We haven't given people much notice.
Yeah, let people come in.
So be grateful for whoever shows up.
Right.
It's been a good weekend, babe. What you think?
Oh, it's been an excellent weekend. I enjoyed myself.
You got to move up, so you needed this down yesterday.
What you mean? Oh, you stupid. I don't be liking it.
Really?
What we doing here? It's just being away.
That'll be when you need it down.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Mufasa. I be feeling like I'm somebody else or something.
Mm-hmm.
So 14 people. Hello, 14 people.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm gonna have to put on my glasses.
Introduction. This is we're not partying tonight. This is Deep Cuts with the Riches, the first live episode for Deep Cuts.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna answer. You got some of the questions? We're gonna answer some of the questions. You didn't?
I didn't. I was just gonna go back.
Stain right now. You love
it's water.
You love a good stain, ain't it?
You know what? Don't give me I gotta see. I can't. I need the glasses for that, but it'd be too.
You need some bifocals.
I know. Hello everybody. Kanita done back. Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
I got your text message. I'm finna send it right now.
So dope meeting y'all in person and having lunch with y'all today. I really enjoyed y'all.
Exactly.
I don't know if that's him or her. He said sometimes he comment from her YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But that's what's up. Shout out to both of y'all. Much love.
Yeah. So our goal was to come in here and to go through some of the questions that we don't got on other videos and be able to answer them.
That's what the goal was.
Not do
Kiki
my
didn't pour the
question.
I set us up and you was supposed to bring us through.
You did, babe, but I came back from the store and I was a little bit overwhelmed.
I get it. You good? You pour together now?
I am. Okay. I had to take a minute to myself.
Can y'all hear us okay? Is the audio good? I'm just trying to see what's happening.
But what I will say is that I think a lot of the questions I did go and answer at that time.
She said it's both of them.
So
right.
So some of these questions I already answered, and I think that was.
Well, I haven't answered them.
Well, some of them you did. You responded to some of these messages too, but I'm gonna
do a
quick scan.
What these crowns mean? What crowns? What these crowns mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. Dallas, Texas in the building. Okay, just say they can hear us pretty good.
Okay.
36 people now.
Any marriage advice? How much? Okay. Even so, we don't have to be held up here. This can turn into a real good question and answer. So if y'all have questions that y'all would like for us to answer, we'd be more than happy to do so while I
they used to us being Friday Night Live on the live. So we gotta keep it relationship oriented.
But it can still be fun.
It can still be fun.
I think it'll just be a different crowd of people, but
yeah.
And that'll be new for us because we used to cutting up too.
I don't be cutting up.
We do.
That's Deep Cuts. I don't cut up. Kiki be cutting up.
I always be cutting up. If y'all ever saw some of those Friday Night Live, child, that Walk of Shame ain't nothing to play with.
The cut up. Follow me since 2015. Oh, you're OG. Rich Nation. You feel me? 2015. Oof. 10 years.
Wow. Getting on up, though.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Time is moving. Time ain't waiting on nobody. You feel me?
It ain't. And it's just...
How's T-Ward doing? T-Ward's he's doing pretty good, man. We got a procedure coming up and we're gonna pray for him and he's gonna eradicate the situation and hopefully everything be A1. I'm pretty sure it will. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to T-Ward. Love my guy. Dude, we definitely not talking about no sneakers on this video. I will try to do live on my channel coming up soon, hopefully. Probably this week. I'm gonna try to.
Just so y'all know, I do be encouraging Mike to do more lives all the time.
She does.
I be like, why don't you just go live when he be coming up empty and don't have anything? I'd be like, just go live. But he don't be listening to me.
It'd be reasons behind it though. it ain't like I don't want to go live, but I know I need to do more lives. I want to get a new webcam. I'm gonna probably look at some.
You need to do that like ASAP because you've been talking about that forever.
I have been. I don't go live enough. I feel like if I went live more on my channel and on this, and if we went live on this channel more, I'd go ahead and because it'd be out of sight, out of mind. I don't even be thinking about the webcam. It ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, nothing else, but just I don't be thinking about it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna answer most of these questions. So we just gonna have to.
Do you have any friends who live and work together? How do they separate work from home if one is the boss?
Wow.
I don't get it. Well, how do it? I gotta read it again.
Go again.
Do you have any friends who live and work together? How do they separate work and home if one is the boss? I don't know nothing. I don't know nobody in this.
We actually used to work together for about a year. It was very early on in our relationship.
For about a year. 2000.
I wasn't his boss. We didn't even work in the same department. But we
worked in the same building pretty much.
But I will honestly say that we work for the same company, same building, different departments. Yeah. However, that was probably a very challenging time in our lives because we were literally together on our way to work, on our way home, at home. And I feel like we found something to argue about every single last day.
Yeah, we was together so much that it was just like, I think it was just like suffocation.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we didn't get a chance to miss each other. You was just doing everything all the time. So I can't even say that we had the best advice because the only thing that changed was Mike ended up going to truck driving school and then becoming a truck driver. And after that, we had too much separation. But
it went from seeing each other way too much to barely seeing each other.
Exactly. So
when we worked together though, like you were hell. That's when I knew all the Mary J. Blige and Fantasia songs when we was working together. Because of Kiki.
One day, y'all, he got so frustrated with me because at that time, of course, we had CDs and I was playing a Fantasia CD and I'm singing to the top of my lungs and he ejected that damn CD and threw it in the window.
If you don't want me, then don't talk to me, Lord.
Oh my God. We used to just find stuff, but it's just, what's weird is being that young, like, and being in the same workplace, like, young people create problems out of everything. Like, I think it was one time Mike had caught a ride because at that time you didn't have a bank account or something. And you had to go get your check cashed. And it was a coworker who was a female. Oh my God.
Hold on. So she took me to Wachovia at the time, which was what Wells Fargo used to be. That's how long ago that was.
Wells Fargo is.
The same thing. Yeah. But I had to cash it there. So it seemed like I would have had to have an account. I can't remember.
You didn't have no bank account for a minute. For whatever reason, you didn't want to open one. And that was the weirdest thing. You had to get on board. Like Mike, so he used the mattress for his bank account for a minute.
I'm looking at my bank card because it says been a member since 2005, I think. And that was 2005, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's probably what made me go ahead and just get the
because I was on your
is it customer since 2000?
I don't know.
So it says customer, so maybe I don't know. But so yeah, you can just finish that.
So nonetheless,
we got a couple of questions.
It turned out to be this big old thing because, like I say, you young and everybody want to instigate it. Everybody's looking for something to be wrong. Even still to this day, as long as we've been together, as in certain forums, people are always looking for us to be like not authentic, trying to find a way where it's not somebody hurting somebody upset. And I'm like, why y'all just can't take us for what we are?
Or like misreading the situation. They might say, "Or Kiki negative," or they might say,
"Everybody think I'm negative." Not just being honest.
They might say, and they might think I'm malicious. I have malicious intent, like because I be cutting her off when I talk. That's just like something I need to work on, type thing. So it's we have ups and downs like any other couple, but it's y'all be digging not y'all, but some people be digging too much,
right?
And they think they know what's going on when sometimes it really just don't be nothing. Now, me and Kiki have banter. We go back and forth and talk junk to each other all the time.
That's just who we are.
And one thing I was gonna say about that though is, so what happened was, who's making all that noise?
Hardly making a blank shot. I ain't feeling what I'm doing.
That Kiki told me we first started working at this company that is a bunch of women up here. It's a bunch of dudes, but most of the dudes are gay dudes, and it's just a lot of women up here. There's not a lot of straight dudes that work here. And she said these women might be trying to like see what's going on with you and stuff like that. She warned me about that before, but then when I got up there and I realized how many people just was hitting her up and tell her, oh, I just saw your boyfriend get in a car with the girl and they're like, and I was like, it made me really realize it. You weren't playing about
It was
that
just, they
pettiness.
just be needing, and like I say, it just grows with people. If you just petty, you just got petty, and it's gonna be. But it was a lot of stuff with that,
and we was so young then, so it was like early 20s. So
but needless to say, if I had my choice, I do not want to work with my partner. I definitely, I feel like in any relationship, you gotta have some separation. It's never healthy to just be with your person all the time. Right. It's just not. Your person need friends. They need their own activities. They need a life outside of you.
But then, and then as I started driving trucks, though, we started to get like separation anxiety a little bit. I was like, dang, man,
because it went from one experience, like literally, he started driving trucks, and then he was on the road like consistently for what, about 3 months.
Yeah.
And so I would have
no, it was like 6 weeks.
Yeah, but it felt like 3 months. And then I would have to drive to wherever he is and stay at the hotel with him. And so that was like, absence definitely makes the heart grow fonder.
That first time you came to see me out there.
I know you had the like afro and everything. He was rough.
I was the struggle, but I needed you, man. You came over there looking all cute and stuff. I was like, thank God, man. I needed you so bad then, man.
Wow, that was crazy.
Yeah, and then been out on that road that long. I had never been. Not even away from you that long, but I had never been away from home that long.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then you went from that to actually driving a dedicated, but he was gone every night. Like you worked 4 days a week, I think, but it turned out to almost feel like it was like,
yeah, because it was like I stayed out for 20 some hours every time I went
exactly. So it was like, but it was plenty of, we were like ships in the night selling past each other. Like I worked in the daytime and he worked at night. And so all we had was our conversation. We would be on the phone for hours, and by God's grace, I had more of a flexible schedule at that time, so I was able to stay up late at night with him. You know what I'm saying, and talk. And
I worked at night for like 12 years straight.
You did,
yeah,
you did,
like 12 years straight. Like when I first started my YouTube channel, I was working at night.
He didn't start working into the daytime until months after Harley was born, and she'll be 9 this year,
2017.
Yep. So
from the moment I got my CDLs in 2006 to 2017. I worked at night.
Exactly.
God.
That was a lot.
Hopefully I ain't got to go back to that. So Jeff asked the question.
What is your favorite place we've been together?
It's a favorite place we've been together, or favorite place to be together?
To be together.
I think it's kind of the same.
Yeah. I mean, what a vacation. Yeah. What's our favorite vacation? It's always Jamaica for me.
Jamaica's good, but I don't think me and you have had a really good trip to Jamaica.
We haven't, because it's always something, but some kind of
not to the fullest extent. I would say
it's always like some of our best exploration and our closest time together in the field in Jamaica is just something different. But as far as, I guess you would probably say Dominican Republic if you're talking about resorts and things.
Yeah, that was just a resort. That was the resort itself. It was actually DR ain't got nothing to do with it. I think it was just that Secrets resort we went to with a swim up pool. I was so relaxed up there. It was ridiculous.
But one of my favorite places we might is when we just in our bedroom and ain't nobody here, or if we on a staycation and we can block the rest of the world out and not focus on neither one of us being creative or working or whatever. And we ain't got to go out. We can order some food. We can watch some movies and we just be together. That's my favorite place.
I love that too.
Yeah,
I love that too. Why did you clean your throat all out in that hallway, little girl?
Did you finish packing your lunch? You finished packing your lunch? You finna go to bed? All right. Good night. Love you.
Love you, baby. I don't know the answer to this.
What's the key to a happy, healthy, long relationship? I think it's a couple of things. Like, number one, I feel like you have to have your foundation together. And what I mean by that is you have to have those things that you guys agree on from the foundation, like the kids, your religion, how you gonna handle money?
Money is big.
How you gonna handle just all of the things that come into play? Because when things go wrong, and trust me, they always go wrong. You always have a place to return to. You know what I'm saying? Those morals and beliefs that you stand on. Those are really, really important. Right. And you can just keep rebuilding from there. Like every time the house gets torn down, you got your foundation, you start back over brick by brick. But I think it's definitely honesty, communication, the right kind of communication. And if y'all been watching, you realize that we've been realizing that we have some other communication issues. You never have it 100% figured out because you're always learning, growing, and changing. And there's always a new situation that's being introduced. that you've never had any experience with. Another thing that I would recommend is definitely counseling. People don't be wanting people in your business, but we have to start opening up. We have to start asking questions. You have to be vulnerable. You have to do all of those things because you don't know. It's places in your life that you're going to reach and you've never experienced it. So how do you have the answers? It's to me closed-minded to just stay in that space and not continue to try to evolve. And sometimes evolution means to bring somebody else in to help you through those periods of time. So what would you say?
I definitely support therapy. I think as far as a relationship, it's just communication is number one. But I think after being together so long, you have to keep things fresh. You have to keep things new.
You do. You got to keep dating. You have to continue to be intimate.
Right.
And being intimate does not always require sex.
No, but like I said, yeah, exactly. And you just me and Kiki basically grew up together. So when you just going through all these growing pains, when I say growing pains, I mean one day you might be feeling a certain type of way and everything is all good in your relationship and you love what you got going on. And next thing you got a whole nother set of expectations because you don't like that same trajectory that what was good for you 8 to 10 years ago is not good for you no more. It's like, no, we need to do something else. We need to switch it up and we need to have more aspirations, you know what I'm saying? Different things. Like I said, keeping it fresh, you know what I'm saying?
And at the time, man, we were actually going to do a video and not go live, and it was going to be about dating and keeping your dating life fresh. That's one of the biggest components. Like you have to, when people say do what you did to get the person, that's a real true statement.
You can't be like, oh, I got a
relationship and be like, boom, we good and we just finna stay here. No,
I already got
you gotta constantly do it. I mean, you have to be introducing each other to different things. You have to be very open-minded about some of the things because being that we did start off so fresh, it's a lot of things that we didn't experience. And later you feel like I want to, but you have to get your partner's buy-in to make sure that that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, most importantly, starting off is just going to be communication. Communication is going to be the foundation of everything. Being active, doing those things, listening and talking, you learn a lot about a person. You know what I'm saying? Mainly listening and not talking. Sometimes you have to be willing to understand and not be understood. And if you kind of have those components in a different way, I think you can. That's how we've made it. Like we've never broken up. We've never separated from the time that we made it official. And it's because like it's been quiet times. It's been times that both of us were honorary and we didn't forget you. I don't like you. We haven't been through it all. You know what I mean?
I mean, literally,
but we always literally work our ways back.
When you've been together as long as we have and have never actually broken up, like no separation and nothing like that, it get crazy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It get crazy. So
it's been times when I spent months where we didn't even sleep in the same bed. Like
for real. Like you get to the point where like you literally sometimes you still love each other, but you just don't like each other at all. You just like I can't. You get on my nerves. I can't stand you, and it's happened both ways with us. So,
and then there's oftentimes too, like, and people argue with me about it all the time. I would love to know y'all opinion, but you're not always in love with a person. You love them, but you're not always in love. It takes extra steps and dedication to actually be in love and stay in love, and that's where, like I said, the dating, the intimate moments, the communicating, the vulnerability, all of those things kind of come in place because you'll get to a place where it's just this cycle of you just running and you're like, that's my person, I love them, but that feeling, that those butterflies within, those I want to see you don't always have that.
Yes, baby.
This came to some moment that my clothes for tomorrow are in the locker room.
So they need to be washed or dry. What's that?
They need to be dry.
Okay. I got you.
They're in the washing machine?
I washed earlier. I just didn't put them in the dryer.
All right. And another thing I was gonna say, I forgot what you were just saying.
I was saying that you're not always in love. You have to that has to be a practice that you are constantly engaged.
You have to be intentional about, because like I said, man, being together so long, you get to the point you be like, man, like, and then being so busy.
Yeah.
Being so busy and you doing everything you're doing, I'm doing everything I'm doing. It's kind of like we just living together at some point.
Yeah.
And you have to be intentional about, because you'll turn around one day and you be like, dang, I ain't even really happy in my marriage because I'm not being intentional about being married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then, like I said, we can get so busy sometimes till we're not even prioritizing the things that we need. You just trying to get through the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
On the 15th of this month, it'll be a year since I was laid off. And so I've had a lot more downtime, a lot more home time, because before my career was so busy till I literally woke up in the morning working and I worked through the nights, you know what I'm saying? And then it would be helpful. I kind of hid behind the fact that Mike will be at work and then he got videos to do. It's like, good, I ain't got to be a wife right now because I got a million other things going on.
To do.
You know what I'm saying? And so you look up one day, you like, dang, we ain't been on no date. We ain't even ate dinner together. I cooked, but he ate over here, and you know what I'm saying?
I come up here and literally eat dinner. Kiki will cook. I come up here and eat dinner while editing videos.
And then we'll be like, good night, love you, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. So you have to, when we get to those moments, we are very keen on realizing when we get there and being like, hold on, let's take a few steps back. We need to plan something. We need to do something, which ironically is one of the reasons that this channel used to work very well for us, because it made us accountable for having to date. We wanted to take you to a new restaurant, take you to something that we were doing or whatever. So it kept us dating. And that actually...
And then when Friday Night Lives came in, it helped us bond as well. So,
absolutely.
Especially during COVID, because we needed Friday Night Lives. You know what I'm saying? Got a little too tipsy a few times, but hey man, that was COVID. That was the pandemic.
I'm serious. We had fun.
When y'all mad at each other, how long does it take for y'all to make up?
It depends on what we mad about. Okay. Yeah. Now, one thing that is,
I don't hold on to stuff as long as Kiki.
I don't, and by holding on, it does not mean that we don't continue to function. Like we're not shutting down.
Oh,
no, nothing stop. But until you can understand what I'm saying and hold yourself accountable, we can actually have a conversation. Yeah. Like I'm not one of those people that things can happen and we just gonna brush it under the rug and keep. No, we're gonna address this.
We do some stuff like that because
that's why I say depending on
if
what
it ain't that serious,
if it ain't serious, it's like, child, please move on.
But people literally see us be like at each other's neck, and then the next moment we cool and they be like how y'all just gonna blow past it?
I mean, what I'm coming home. This is where I want to be. It ain't no purpose of making.
Yeah, it ain't like I'm finna go nowhere else. Yeah, like there's certain stuff that Kiki do have to get some straightening. And I'm more of the passive, like even if I'm mad about something, it's something that get under my skin and bother me, just so we won't have to have an argument. I just like, you know what, I ain't even gonna say nothing about it, which is unhealthy. I understand.
It is, because what happens in those situations, and this is why I don't suggest that, is when I'm bringing up something that bothers me, if it's even remotely similar, it don't even have to be similar.
Most of the time, it's when it's
similar. But you did this. Oh, you don't get an opportunity to talk about what I did because you should have addressed it then. Okay, like, we gonna talk
but I'd be like, in my mind, I'd be like, I be trying to avoid what we already doing, going back and forth. But since we already going back and forth, let me tell you what I got too, because I've been thinking about this. So
then he be holding on, like he'll be like, for 10 years. Are you 10 years?
I said that one time.
It tripped me out still to this day.
I said that one time. But it's like communication is key when it comes to stuff like that. And staying mad at each other. I don't like being mad when people say being mad going to bed. I feel that because going to sleep on that is not it, because like a lot of times me and Kiki don't went to sleep, man, and then woke up with the same attitude.
Oh my gosh. And then you don't sleep well. You don't tossing and you turning, and because at the end of the day you love your person and you don't want to feel, I want to be under you. I don't want to be on this side of the bed. I don't want to be huffing and puffing.
Exactly. I don't want to feel like I'm mad at you, and I don't want to feel like you over there just steaming pissed off at me. That's all get out of my. I just be like, bro, let's get out in the air, let's flatten it, let's huff, puff, argue, do whatever the hell we got to do to get it out the way.
We even had a situation last night because Mike was so adamant. I like to work at night. That's when I feel like everything is already done, the family good or whatever. But Mike is a night hawk, and sometimes he just want my attention. And so he been wanting my attention. But I'm like, babes, I got to stay away because I am doing something right now. We've been doing this all day. You finna go to bed, you finna go watch a video, whatever. So nonetheless, I make a concession. I'm like, he want me, let me, and I want him too, because we had an amazing weekend. So I came and I got in the bed, but I didn't say anything to him. I actually thought that he knew I was in the bed.
No idea.
And so
it's almost exactly what happened on the cruise.
It is. So I wake up and I'm like feeling all over the bed and I don't feel nothing. And I came in here and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And instead of him doing, he just grabbed me his arm. He's like, babe, I'm sorry, I didn't know you was there. It was squashed. It was over. I went to bed. Yeah. It was over. Sometimes it's just
that could have been a whole lot worse if I was on my. Man, I don't care about that jump, man. Type, and it would have got worse. But like I said, I pulled them hips and I said, girl, come here. Let me tell you something. We ain't finna do this tonight.
Baby, okay? I was just melting. Like, okay, we ain't gotta do this. You okay.
I was like, you want a little you want a little midnight snack? Let's go down there and see what's down there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we had it's easily like
it was resolved. We woke up today, perfect day. Like nothing.
Sometimes you gotta understand.
So I would recommend not staying mad long. Just address those things. If you don't have no plans to leave me your person, just get past it.
Right. You want to read that one?
Might be too personal, but have y'all ever dealt with infidelity? I I guess what would you consider infidelity?
Yeah, that's a little bit of a loaded question. Have we ever felt with just having sex with somebody else? No.
Never had no sex with nobody else. But I think that there's definitely been some questionable things.
It's been some little BS that pop up just from just being irresponsible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might go out and stay out way too late, or I might it's a little stupid stuff that seem like it might be something, but I know it ain't really nothing. But it's hard to persuade somebody that if it looked like a duck. You know what I'm saying?
And then when you have single friends. Single friends can get you in a lot of trouble.
They can, you know what I'm saying?
What is it? Birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah, and they
birds do. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I got homeboys that I just been knowing like way before Kiki, and they just don't want to be in a relationship. They can't. They'll have a little chick here and there, but they have a bunch of side chicks, like you said, single friends. And like when you around,
I think it's safe to say that we both have single friends who feel like because we have been together so long that we need to venture out and do some
we
stuff.
need to explore,
so they can be very influential.
See what else is out there for a
exactly.
While, yeah.
They're like, you sure you happy? You sure? I think you need to do this, and I think you need to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, at first I used to look at it as being disrespectful. They just see, but at this point, I feel like they just see from their
point of view.
You know what I'm saying? And
they have the freedom to kind of go explore and do what they want to do. And they're like, oh, if this person tripping and getting on my nerves, I can just go mess with this person. We married.
Yeah. So you don't just get to go.
Yeah, we can't unless we can right and just come back like, okay, whatever. We can't do that. We come home to each other every day. We have to deal with each other on a daily basis. So
exactly. And I think
not like I even want to do that. So
to be perfectly honest, both of us have been cheaters in our past. We were kids, we were young.
But you got to think of how long that was.
Right. But then I will honestly say I know that Mike was my person when I never wanted to embarrass him. I ain't never wanted to let somebody else be able to tell him I did this or I had this experience with your girl. Or even come home and be able to look at you in your face and be like, oh, okay, this is just normal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's huge for me. So again, never actually had sex with anybody else, neither one of us. But I feel like
I have been caught in some awkward situations.
Let me be clear.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to share?
I mean, the only thing I can really think of that's really took a hit on our relationship is me being recorded in the strip club. Yeah, in the video being sent to Kiki. We did a live way back then.
It was a long time ago.
2021. Yeah.
But I feel like that was 2022 for some reason.
It was 2020.
I don't know.
It was 2020.
Nonetheless,
Trust
I'm on vacation.
I know. It was.
I'm on vacation, and so here's the funny part. Me and Mike, like, one of the things that we like to do together is we go to the strip club. I enjoy it. I enjoy everything that comes along with it. You know what I mean?
We ain't done it in a minute.
We ain't did it in a minute.
After that situation.
So the funny part is every time that we would go to these clubs, he'll be like all the women, the dancers, they be
You finna go there?
I am. They be
You finna go there?
I am. They be real.
Okay, let's be adults. Okay. Go ahead.
They be real like, you know what I'm saying? And I have to tell him, I'm tipping you to dance him, okay? I don't have a problem with this. I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? So he will always make the comment, like, it'd be totally different when you're not here. So I would joke with him, like, you be waiting on me not to be here so you can turn up, you can do whatever. Not really taking it this, like, just saying it. You know what I mean? So fast forward, going to Turks and Caicos for one of my friends' birthdays for like 4 or 5 days. And so before I left, I said, I know you can't wait to go to the strip club. I'm just joking with him. I didn't care if he went or not. You know what I'm saying? It was no big deal. But at the same time, you do conduct yourself in a certain way. And I'm big on that, you know? So we go.
I didn't say anything to make you feel like I wouldn't go.
No, I mean, like, it's never been a secret. Like, I don't do secrets. We gonna talk. We gonna tell.
Right.
Don't let nobody else come and tell me that. Okay. That's the worst thing you can do. So we out. I'm asleep, actually. We don't have, me and my friends have been drinking all day. We had a good time. I'm asleep. And all of a sudden my phone just started blowing up like in the middle of the night. And it's people on Instagram that's creating fake pages, that's DMing me pictures of Mike in this dance, y'all. I told him that dance was so intimate. You did yourself a disservice by not even just going to smash. Like, you should have just did it, because pretty much that's what it looked like they were doing in this place. And I'm getting 5, 10 people I know, people I don't know, and I'm out of the country. So I didn't call him in the middle of the night. I waited until the next day because I'm with my friends and I don't want to change the energy there either.
I woke up to a text though.
What did the text say?
I don't want to talk about it. It was you was trying to, like, I don't know. You was trying to, like, play mind games. You were like, I know, don't call me, this and that and the other. And you was like, it was a long paragraph, and I was like, oh my God, wait, because I knew
he don't know what I know.
No, I don't know. So I think I said something like, I did go to Pinos last night, but I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Like, it was.
And Then I was pissed too because
I was so gone. Like I was
because I looked at the camera to see what time he got home. It was an unspeakable hour that he came home, and I'm watching him at that time. He was later than 3, and at that time he had the Camaro. And Mike Mike can bag from here to Florida. Okay, if he can't do nothing else, he know how to back up the car.
I don't remember this either.
He done backed up, pulled in. I knew then. I was like, he drunk, he whatever. But this is no excuse because number one, why are you out by yourself like this? Number two, if you're gonna be drinking and doing whatever it is you should need, you should have Uber. You should have did something. This is
I get out there.
Because you're a truck driver.
I wasn't supposed to be by myself. My homeboy pulled to meet me there, but I was actually sitting in there and he hit me up, and that's the last sober thought I remember having. He wasn't gonna come.
Listen,
and I wasn't gonna stay that long either. But I just started drinking and. Hey man, it got ugly.
It got so ugly. So now I got to pull myself together for the rest of this trip because I can't. I ain't putting my business out there. Like I don't want to ruin this. This is my homegirl birthday party. We are not getting ready to make it about me. So I got to suck this up. But meanwhile, I want to get in whatever ocean the Turks and Caicos was and swim back. That's exactly how heated I am. Yeah. And so he trying to explain away, but in a part of him can't really remember a part of him. But then what really got to me was. He was more concerned at that time about who told on him rather than what he was actually doing. I'm
still curious about that to this day, though.
And that really, it's because why they wouldn't have had a story to tell. They wouldn't have had a video to see if you weren't in here doing it.
I do definitely agree with you 100% on that, but I still like that's an invasion of privacy. So
I agree. I mean, I feel like I can understand how it could create some insecurities. However, it should have never happened. Ain't no way in the world I would have been out there acting a fool. Like if y'all could have seen the faces. Now, mind you, I'm not an insecure person. I'm telling you, we go to the club together. We have a good time together. But to see this and what they were doing, y'all, let's just say so that's happy that we made it over that point.
Yeah,
that was the first time in life in our entire relationship. When I came home, Mike had to go to his mom's house.
Yeah,
you're not staying. No, it wasn't nothing. We got into the biggest brawl to the point where Jarian had to get in the midst of it.
Yeah, I ain't never seen her that mad at me.
I don't even show out in public, but I'm in my driveway going off. Like I'm talking about, I was so disgusted, so mad. Like he was literally scared to stay home, and I was like, "You're not welcome here. Go."
I had to drive my other car because that was in the driveway, and you was like threatening to like slash my tires on the Camaro.
I was coming here. I was gonna tear up all these shoes. Everything was finna. I was so mad. I could have burnt the house that I stayed in down. All my stuff.
But it took a lot. It took a minute, but we eventually got past that. I think to sum it all up though, like that's probably the closest thing to even like because I ain't got time like to actually like build no relationship with no chick, and most time people do that stuff. It be happening at work. You know, don't you agree?
I do. I definitely
do. And like I'm a truck driver, so like I like literally I would have to really be intentional, and she would too. I would think. Mm-hmm. I mean, no, I feel like I would have to be more intentional because women get hollered at more. Dudes, they get flirted with, but then you literally have to be intentional about wanting to kick it with somebody else.
I don't think either one of us keep company or be in spaces where it's just one of those, we just gonna smash right quick. Like
no. You literally have to know somebody.
We just don't live that type of lifestyle.
Ain't no frivolous. I'm just finna go one night stand nobody because hell no.
Yeah.
But like I said, let's go to the next question. All right. What's up?
Hello,
family?
Girl.
You know
what I'm saying? Did you ever have anyone try to bring division between you two? And if so, how did you work through it? Yeah, we actually have. Not here recently, but definitely in the beginning of our relationship. One of Mike's friends could not accept the fact that he was in a relationship because they was just.
And it's the same homeboy like that then got me in, a couple, like not really got me in trouble because I'm a grown man. I make my own decisions. But
he your picture, homeboy. I'm gonna send you the naked girls. I'm gonna do all of these.
And he also the dude who was supposed to meet me at the club that night. They didn't come through. And he usually like if I'm inebriated or he'll have my back like because he don't drink like that. So he'll be like, "Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Chill out, what up? You know what I'm saying?" But like at the beginning of our relationship, one of his somebody Kiki used to talk to previously was cool with him. And he's running off at the mouth. The dude who Kiki used to talk to running off at the mouth and saying stuff like it's present tense instead of past tense, like he's still messing with Kiki. This was at the beginning. I had just started driving trucks, I think. And I believed it because everything was lining up.
And like, everything that he said was true. It was just the timing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm not going to deny that this is what I did, but you weren't even in the picture.
And I was so insecure about it to the point where I ain't even believe Kiki. Because my homeboy had me believing this job. Like I said, all this stuff lined up to the point where Kiki had to call this dude on 3-way and get him to admit that, and he didn't know I was on the phone. I just wanted to hear it, and he admitted, man, I was just mean, folks just be talking. You like, we didn't do this, and these times didn't line up. That's what you were saying to him. And he was like, yeah, man, you getting around your boy, be talking, man. I know that jump when recent. That was a long time ago and all that. So it took that for me to. But as far as anybody on your side,
I think that I've suffered, like you have to be, I'm not a component of keeping your business to yourself, because I do think that you have to share. I don't think everything that you go through is for you. However, you do have to be careful of what voices you share to and what their intentions are, because I've definitely had a lot of people that be on some I'm sorry, I ain't going through this, so yeah, it's time to move on, or you know what I'm saying. And when people are married, I never ever, I will tell you to, hey, check on yourself, make sure that you prioritize you, make sure that you're thinking clearly and you making the best decision for you. But I ain't finna tell no married people not to be together. That's a decision that's way beyond my pay grade. Y'all have to figure that out on y'all.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out, right?
So I definitely have had those type of voices, but I'm very strong-minded, as y'all know, very strong-willed, and I make my own decisions based on me. Because at the end of the day, you can go through a situation, and you over it by tomorrow. Your home, your friends, your family, they still mad for years to come. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be really intentional about what you share, and also be willing to receive that information, because sometimes you can be so close to a situation that you really don't see it. And so you have to be open-minded to that as well. You know what I'm saying? Just don't ignore your feelings, because I think that automatically we have something within us that tell us right from wrong, when something is off. You have to be, you can't just ignore those signs.
But sometimes, like I said, when you've been in a relationship so long and you know your person so good, and you feel like you know what your person will and will not do, sometimes you can be blinded by stuff. And that's what every now and then those other perspectives from other people come into play, and they'll make you look at something the way you're like, dang, I ain't never thought about that, because that's my person. I would never think they would even be on that type of time.
Exactly.
But sometimes you need that outside eye to make you realize, oh, wait, well, I know this person, but we still learn stuff about each other even after this long. You know what I'm saying? So was Mike immediately receptive to therapy?
Mike has always been open-minded to different stuff. Like, I think receptive, yes, but actually going the mile to actually take the time to do it, that's a little bit different. It took a little bit longer, but he's never been like, no, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was, I mean, I felt like when we decided that we was going to introduce therapy, we both agreed, like, it's time. Now, somebody asked, and that was one of the questions that we got on another video. They asked if we did premarital therapy. We did not. Believe it or not, before we got married, we did not know a lot of people who were even married. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was 26, I want to say.
Yeah, we was 26.
It was 2008.
It was 2008. So it was like 26. So we didn't even have, like, my mom, for example, has never been married. His mom was married to his dad, but that was
months.
Like, that wasn't ever. So we didn't have a lot of successful relationships around that. So we were just kind of flying by the seat of
none of my aunts. I only got one aunt and uncle that stayed together, and everybody else was like and found somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
So, but over time, we did start realizing, like, okay, we done got to this part of the story, and I don't know what to do, you don't know what to do, what we doing ain't working, so what do we do next? You know what I'm saying? So I think, like I said, by the time we got there, we were both like, okay, it's time, we just got to find somebody.
Hollywood said, is it possible to accept flaws in the one you want?
That was once a deal breaker in past relationships. So in other words, if you didn't like this about Kim, but you're gonna accept it from me.
What the hell is Kim?
I'm just throwing out the name.
No.
A deal breaker for me is a deal breaker.
Yeah, when I came into this relationship, anything that I dealt with in the past that was something I didn't want to deal with, I had to make sure in it going forward that Kiki didn't, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, I think, God forbid, if anything was to happen between me and Kiki, well, we was to separate now, it's certain stuff that I put up with Kiki, I probably wouldn't put up with somebody else, because they ain't.
So then otherwise that you are answering yes.
Yeah, I'm answering yes, but from previous relationships to the marriage I'm in now, no. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to move on, it's certain stuff that I'd be like, nah, I ain't that ain't flying. But it is for the simple fact that you ain't Kiki though. Yeah. Me and you don't have this history. Me and you didn't come up together like this. And it's certain stuff I'd be like, it's certain stuff about you. I'd be like, I wish she didn't do this. I wish she didn't do that. And I know it's stuff about me that be like, I would change this about him and change about that. But it only would be a deal breaker if I had to start over.
And I agree with you. To this point, no, if I stood on my deal breakers. That's whatever. But I do feel like it's certain things in our relationship that it's just like, that's who he is. And it ain't that big of a deal.
But you wouldn't deal with it with nobody else.
But if I had to move on, baby, let me be clear with you. Let me be clear.
I don't even think I want to be in no relationship again.
Listen, I know without
not because of our relationship.
No, but I know without a shadow of a doubt, the woman that I have become, it'll be so hard for anybody. Be
and I think that's what it is.
Too much, and I'm
what you've
like,
grown from.
Absolutely right. So yeah, we're not even gonna do this.
A 22-year-old me had way different expectations than somebody who's been married in a relationship this long and done grew up and done learned how to kind of like take care of a family and stuff. I got way different expectations. Like I said, I probably wouldn't even. Thank God I got Kiki because I probably wouldn't even be with nobody.
Yeah, I just hope that we dial up when we in our late 80s. And we ain't
I don't want to start.
I don't want to start over. I'm not going to start over. Like I feel like I can see myself like I'm gonna definitely explore and do things, but I'm gonna be joining trip groups, so I ain't got to have no man to come. Like I'm gonna be.
Think about it.
Be doing a whole bunch of stuff.
A couple of more years, and we would have been together more than half of our lives. Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we good on that. Hollywood. Yeah. Let me see.
I hope that.
And I like this too because it got question marks by every question.
Oh, great.
Right there. What's up, Tate?
Hey, Tate.
That's my guy. You know Tate. I'll talk about Tate.
Yeah, you talk about him all the time. Thank you so much for
Tate White. She messed with you too. So
really?
Shout out to Tate White.
I miss Tate White. we need to do dinner or something.
We definitely do. And I just got Tate. I got the brand new fresh detail. Y'all did an amazing job on my whip. It rained every time last time y'all detailed my car, it rained. Anyway, we ain't talking about that. Tate says, what's your favorite trait about Mike and vice versa?
Mike is hilarious. Like Mike knows how to. I can be very uptight. I can be very stressed. I really am a very no nonsense type person. I do have a lot of personality, but when it comes to business and when it comes to stuff getting handled, I'm very rigid. And Mike will come in and I can be in my mode and he'll just say something and it literally will be in the floor laughing. And I love that about him because he has the ability to live life but not take it too seriously. And sometimes he has his own little issues. To me, I be feeling like the stuff that worry him, I'm like, why is that worrying you when you can handle this? It's almost like he has a knack for nitpicking the small things, but the big things are But the big thing is he can handle them with no sweat off his back. And I don't get that, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's one of the things that I love the most about him.
Yeah. I think the main thing I like about Kiki is her acumen as far as putting things together. I love that about her the most. Like she can, and I feel like over years I have got spoiled with that because I depend on her to put things together all the time. She can get together trips, dates, financial. She got spreadsheets. She just knows how to compile things and make them make sense. If that makes sense,
right?
And that's why I love that about her so much. Like I said, to the point where it's a default because I depend on her for that so much. But Kiki, like she's one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life, and she knows how to put that brain to work. So I think that's my favorite thing. My favorite quality of her trait. I got a lot of stuff I like about this chick. Yeah. But that right there, that's
shareable trait.
that's something that I don't ever think nobody would be able to match if I ever meet him. Right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't think
the one thing I am is smart. Okay?
Kiki running circles around these broads out here. Don't get it twisted. Was that it was just a question, but they ain't put no question mark beside it. You want to read that one?
Me, just turned 18. I'm already devoted to this one lady. Like I would want the rest of my life with her. Now the question is that too young to feel this way?
It's not too young to feel that way, but it's definitely too young to pursue. I'm not really pursue it, but to start something that serious. You super young.
And let's be clear. I'm not trying to discourage you from doing your feelings are your feelings, and only you know what you can do with those feelings. However, I will say, based on experience, meeting somebody at 22, if I had to go back and do it over again, I would not have been as serious as we were then. You still have so much to learn, so much to experience, so much growth. And oftentimes when you have to go through those experiences together, you really can cause a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of different things, not intentionally, just because of the fact that you are growing so fast at different paces and you have not experienced life. Yeah. So again,
I want to know how old she is too, because like male and female, they mature at different rates.
And it's gonna continue to happen. Like even in our 30s, it might felt like he stopped at 31 and I'm over here 37. And it's like, okay, babe, we got to keep it. And then it's been times where he been ready to hit the ground running. And I'm like, wait, I've been working too hard. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying?
But it's more so the reformer than the latter.
So I just say, like at 18, you literally a baby. You really are, baby. And this, I don't know if it's your first love or not, but everything, even lust, sometimes feel like love. So just make sure that you're grounded within yourself. That's the best advice I can give. I can't say, because people have love at first sight all of the time. And it's people that's been married for,
I was just gonna say
married
since
younger
your
than
age
us and actually still together. In our experience, like I said, just being reflective. Do I have any regrets? No, but at the same time, if given another opportunity, I probably would have just let Mike do a little growing, let myself do a little growing. If we could have met around 29, you know what I'm saying? We could have avoided a lot of things.
But a lot of those things we actually learned together. So like I said, God, please don't let that happen between us, because look out, whoever coming behind, because there's gonna be some smoke in the city. But we hope we answer your question. He said so. Carl. He said so it'd be E getting you in trouble.
I love E. Don't do him like that.
But he won on.
You definitely won.
He one of my single. I know. He one of my single homies.
So. At this point, me and E didn't used to like each other, but at this point, he one of my favorite people. I love him. I know he gonna take care of my hubby, and that's what's most important. But can we make E anybody else than E is? Absolutely not.
He 1,000% wish he would have. He chucked me off about that night too, and he was like, "Bro, you should have just left and came and kicked it with me, and we could have did then." I was like, "Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20." Kenny C.
How important do you believe both partners in a relationship should share all the responsibilities in a relationship, financial, children, cooking, cleaning, etc.? You want to answer first?
No, I was gonna say, since me and Kiki basically grew up together, those first responsibilities that you listed is something that we always did financial stuff half and half, just because that's where we started. We first started, Kiki made like 3 times the amount of money I made, and I had to build up to where she was at so we can start going 50-50. And that's just literally, like I said, she's a spreadsheet person. She split everything down the middle, and she said, "This is how we're gonna do it." Kiki believes in fair 100%. Now, which I think if I wanted to take care of Kiki, I feel like she'll let me, but she always gonna have to do something. She always gonna have to do something.
I'm not a very submissive person, which we're not gonna get into submissive
because we got a whole video coming up.
Topics about, but I'm not. I believe that you work together as a team. Now, with that being said, this is on the financial end.
Yeah.
And for as long as possible, like we were always split down middle. Even if I made more money, if I made more during the times I made more, I did take on more responsibility. If he didn't, and vice versa. In this situation now, you know what I'm saying, I'm still pretty much 100% independent, but I know that if I need my hubby, he gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with me. You know what I'm saying? If I have to hold him up, that's what we're gonna do. The children, like, it's not a such thing. Like, we love our babies. We love on them equally. It ain't a such thing as you take care of the kids, and that's the we family.
We handled. Me being a man and her being a woman, we handle the kids differently.
But we handle them together.
We do talk about it, and we go through it. And then we've had disagreements in front of the kids, and we be like, you know what, let's just take this, pull ourselves to the side.
And they won't let us. They be like, no. Jarian, of course, is grown at this time, so he probably has known more, but Harley will cry and be like, quit bickering, quit. So we don't. We try to, we don't. If we got to go outside, or I got to get on the phone to cuss you out in the car, we try to limit those opportunities. But as far as cooking and things
now, like that, I'm gonna say now to the hard things. These are the things: cooking, cleaning, etc. It's hard.
It's hard. It definitely is. I'm usually the cook because Mike don't know how to cook nothing but breakfast. And
I make some fire breakfast and a fire tuna salad. Boy, I ain't made none in a long time. Remember my Kool-Aid?
Your Kool-Aid was
Kool-Aid used to be. I ain't made it a long time because that's why we don't drink no Kool-Aid.
But I do the most of the cooking. And I don't have a problem with that because I enjoy cooking for my family.
Speaking of E, he get on me all the time because I don't cook like that. I was like, I got a wife that knows that Kiki cook restaurant grade quality better than restaurant. Like, if I have to choose between going out to eat and Kiki saying, "Well, I got the energy to cook," I'm gonna say, "Babe, let's go to the grocery store." Cleaning, big problem. We are messy.
We are. Our house is not a museum. It's definitely gonna be lived in.
And it's,
but we're not.
I think we're not nasty. We leave
clothes out.
We leave clothes around
like everywhere all the time.
I ain't gonna lie. It don't be me leaving them clothes around.
Like, do you want to turn this camera around? Okay?
In this room only. Not everywhere in the house like Kiki, Harley, and John.
I do. I have a bad head. Y'all listen, and
them three
worse as it, like, the floors are gonna be clean. It's gonna be vacuumed. Everything gonna be wiped down. Toilets clean. All that type of stuff.
It's gonna be a pair of pants, a bra, and all that sitting over here.
On the back
Harley,
I have 15 pairs of shoes that lead from the kitchen all the way up the steps.
Shoes everywhere. Harley follows Kiki's lead.
I know.
I just hardly took a shower last night. Everything she had on, and what I say before she went upstairs, make sure you put everything where it's supposed to be.
And she leave it right on the floor.
Went right by the floor where she stepped out her clothes, and they just right on the floor. Shoes,
so
clothes.
I know I got to do better when it comes to that type of stuff.
I feel like she's thinking like because Kiki do it, that she can do it.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
And then but so cleaning, we definitely from time to time we bring somebody in to pull us back together to clean up because we got so much space and so much stuff. But on top of that, it's just like so busy. So and then just trying to get into the habit. Like I've been doing better with like when I'm cooking, I'll go ahead and clean the dishes then because if I don't, it might fit in the sink for like a day. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not.
And I be wanting him or even Jargon. Like I just cleaned and I'm making big meals. Like we don't eat small. And y'all just not ate on fix y'all plate. We don't did all this stuff. You can't wash the dish.
And we need to be able to come behind her and watch this. That's something I want to work on. I've done it a couple of times, but nowhere near enough. I feel like that should be one of Jargon's chores because he don't pay no bills in this thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we working on that.
Yeah,
we working on that. We need Esmeralda back up in here. Yeah,
we're gonna call Esmeralda because I need her to go and put me back. I can't do it by myself.
It's hard, and we got. And if you follow my sneaker channel and you follow Kiki Journey and stuff like that, we got a whole lot of clothes. I got half of my wardrobe I can literally give away and still have enough to wear a different outfit every day of the year.
And I think you need to give it away.
Yeah, I do.
I almost feel like we run out of space and we have
it's closing in.
House, you know.
You look over my shoulder right here. That ain't no furniture right there. Just know that ain't no furniture. And I got to go through all of them. So anyway, that's that.
So yes, I definitely to answer his question, how important do you believe both partners in a relationship should share all the responsibility? I think that some things naturally fall into line. Like Mike, he do all the mechanical, the grass, and all that type of stuff. It's just what he do. But Mike will also go to the grocery store and he gonna get all of those type of things. Like we don't have like, hey, these are your responsibilities. We just pick up.
We got strengths.
You know what I'm saying? Like we have strengths.
We both got strengths. Yeah.
Each other through it. So
you want to read this one? Let's do it. We gonna do an hour.
I don't know, just until we can.
Yeah, because I feel like we're not going to answer all the questions. I'm telling you, it's a lot of them that I haven't got to yet. I feel like when we get to an hour, we can go through these and then answer them in the video if you want to do that. I don't know how.
Let's just see how naturally it flows.
Okay.
So, had to jump on here. My question is: when your woman's coworker eats your food that you made for her and doesn't respect boundaries,
hold up. When your woman's
is. When
so you gotta
you cook for your woman, but her coworker ate the food
that you made for her.
But did she give it to her?
Yeah, she would have had
a bit more.
I need some more on that.
Yeah, I need
because she didn't just take the food out.
She don't have that. She went to the work refrigerator.
That's your woman who ain't got boundaries. If she gave it to her,
boundaries.
Right?
And if she gave it to her, that's her doing. So I gotta need a little.
We need a
little
bit more on that, SIBO. 1975. Okay. Somebody just asked how we doing.
Funny.
Somebody, it is hilarious. I didn't expect that one. We doing all right, man. We making it.
Yeah.
When and where did you propose to Kiki? Okay, so let me tell y'all something about me that you might not know. I am very, very personable person. When me and Kiki first,
as we sit up here until,
but I'm just I was finna allude to that. When me and Kiki first started doing these lives, I used to like Kiki, why we telling them all that? Well, they ain't got to know all that. Mm-hmm. Like they ain't got to know everything about us like that. And he was like, in order for us to vibe with these people, we got to be genuine. We ain't got to tell them everything, but we got to let them know that we are willing to share. You know what I'm saying? And I'm way more private than that. So I had to open up to that, which is cool because it's actually been therapeutic for me. But back then, this was before we did any internet. I was super introverted. I wasn't on YouTube. Kiki had to it was like pulling teeth to get me to go somewhere where I knew a lot of people I didn't know was gonna be. So I'm not that dude make a big scene in front of everybody. We got a couple that we know. The Harveys that they'll get on a microphone and they'll perform and sing songs together. I know I love that for them. I know where in hell I can do it.
Yeah.
I won't even jump on it. I'd be scared for Kiki to go do karaoke. Now I think now I let her do it, but so anyway, I'm not that type of person that's finna do nothing in front of nobody. I literally proposed to Kiki. Kiki, we was about to go somewhere. We was getting ready to go somewhere.
And I was coming out the bathroom.
Kiki was coming out the bathroom. As soon as she turned around, I was down on one knee with a ring.
Yep.
That's basically what it was.
It was just me and him. Not even Jargon.
Nobody was there but me and her. But she jumped on the bed crying. She was happy. And it was beautiful, but it was just us. It was personable. Yeah. And if Kiki ever asked me if she want to do something, I'd be like, what you want to do? If she want a party for a situation for her and to get together, I'd do that for her. I put it together and pay for it and stuff like that. But when it comes to me, Kiki know me. She know I want no party. If it's my birthday, if we celebrate anything for me, 10 years on YouTube, 100,000 subscribers, whatever, I say, let's go to dinner, let's get a room, and let's just go do something quiet and peaceful, because that's just my personality. That's what I prefer. Did I break that down good?
You did. I think you overly.
Okay. I just want to, because people like, hey, you might reach. I know you went all out. No, y'all was at a sneaker ball and you just came up there with the mic and be like, got on one knee and stuff in front of everybody.
When you that young, number one, when we were getting, he proposed,
I wasn't
all of
Mike
these
Rich
huge
then,
proposals and all of those type of things. You always been Mike Rich, but all those big.
But I said I wasn't Mike Rich that I am now.
You know that's new school type stuff. Like we never saw that reveals and different stuff like that. It wasn't, and I wouldn't have wanted that anyways, because I don't like to be put on the spot. Like, so
I think we answered this already in a few videos.
Yes, definitely would have waited a little bit longer for sure.
Yeah,
just for growth. I still wouldn't have, in no world would I have chosen or wanted another partner, another husband.
Me neither.
But I just could have took him at a later time. But I say the same thing about my children. I wish that I could have shelved them for a little while, been able to pour a little bit more into myself, so I'm not healing while I'm trying to raise them, so they don't have to be punished for some of the stuff that I just hadn't established. Like, it's a lot of reason, and ain't none of them really got nothing to do with him, other than I needed to grow, I needed to change, I needed to be able to experience life, and I've been able to do that, but with them. And so, like I said,
I think that goes for both of us too.
You actually, you cause traumas, you cause pains, you cause different things. You can also cause a lot of positive things as well.
Yeah, for sure.
However, you know what I'm saying? Because with Jarian, he got to be able to see what it was like to have a 2-parent home and us actually growing up and working hard. And so he has values,
actually and being married and all
working
that
through
stuff.
Things.
Some
so
values,
you see that, but at the same time, he had to deal with my depression, my different stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like if I just had a little bit more time, no marriage, no children,
my anxiety,
I could have been able to deal with those things and been a better person for it while I was raising them. So yeah. Mike, what was your biggest struggle when it came to raising your son?
Well, the biggest struggle is him actually not being my biological son and having to get in where I fit in as far as where do I stand on different issues. And we talked about this on videos before. So it's really just getting some kind of understanding with Kiki on how to raise him, you know what I'm saying, mostly, and falling short a lot of ways, just learning, just trying to learn how to talk to him, how to get through to him, because me and his personalities are completely opposite. And to this day, we bump heads on stuff, and we have to get some straightness, some understanding, because we are nowhere near the same person. Even though I raised him since he was 4 years old. I don't know if you can see any qualities he got from me, but I don't know.
It's almost like he still turned out to be his dad, but even though he wasn't even that involved.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Mike and
I had influence on him as far as music and stuff like that.
You had a lot of influence on him. A lot of his common sense come from you, but
before he do something stupid,
he got to test both sides. But the thing is both of them are alpha males, but they're different types of alpha males, and so that is always the struggle. But it was definitely probably a bigger struggle because of me, because I literally was so overprotected. And in the beginning, I'm like, you're not gonna do or say anything to my kid. Like, I'm really one of those people. Like, now these days, when the kids are out here wilding out and acting crazy and all of those type of things, or you have these women that they boyfriends been on beat the kids, or it would have never flew with me. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying?
And I never would. The good thing about me is
you weren't that type of person. I would have never been with nobody like that. But I'm just saying, like, I think some of these women be getting caught up in their own way, so you can never really say never. But I'm saying I was so like, I stood in every situation. I made it a lot more difficult than it had to be, and I don't think I wish I would have realized how much I was interfering a lot more or a lot sooner than I did. So I know that was an extra struggle.
Kiki definitely made it hard for me to raise him the way I wanted to, for sure. But we had to figure it out together. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I feel like we done answered this too.
Is there anything different that we've done differently when we first met?
Just waited longer.
Yeah, just waited longer.
Experience life more.
Yeah, that's it. That'll always be constant for me. Do you have any guilty pleasures as far as music listening goes?
I don't have no guilty pleasures. I'm proud of everything I listen to.
Yeah,
I listen to stuff that you wouldn't think I would listen to, but
my playlist is probably completely different from what y'all think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't call it a guilty pleasure, but I like old school R&B, like Aretha Franklin and Anita Baker and
you was an old soul ever since we met.
Yes,
I like listening to In Vogue, our first date in the car. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'd be singing every lyric. I do listen to some new school stuff, but if I have my way, it's gonna be that. And I like gospel music. I like too.
Right.
And I like to sing a lot. Like a lot. Like I'm always singing.
Harley
sing more than I talk.
My daughter got that from you. Like she be in that shower blowing the top of her
I'm
lungs.
my baby can blow, okay?
And she's going crazy. I like I said, I like more. I got a very eclectic playlist. I like trap music. Mm-hmm. I like a lot of the new school music. I like Future. I like the stuff that you would expect me to like. I like old school ATL stuff like Outkast, Get 'Em Mob, A-Ball, MJG, all the Southern rappers. That stuff that I came in the relationship loving. But I also came into a relationship and I would never play her stuff around Kiki. I'm like, she didn't want to hear that. I like rock bands, Green Day, Nirvana. I like Stone Temple Pilots, Coldplay.
Let's just say at one point I asked him, I said, "Are you forcing yourself to like this music? Like you?"
She literally, she thought I was trying to make myself like these bands.
Are you just trying to want to be this different?
And I think the main reason she thought that is because I'm not a big R&B fan at all. And most black folks, they love rap and R&B. Mm-hmm. I love rap, but it's certain R&B songs I can mess with, but I'm just not a big R&B person. But I do love these alternative rock and grunge and punk and stuff like
words,
that.
Y'all singing them, having hardly singing them.
I love it. It's just stuff I always.
She like to sing like me, but she prefer his music.
I think she like my music. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying. Yeah,
that was a good question.
It was. Who cooking? Some smell good.
Some smell real good. I think that might be Jane down there, but I was finna cook fish.
You making a pizza or something?
It smell like a burger.
Yeah, that's exactly what he making, a burger.
How did you guys deal when you are going through hard times in your marriage?
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, it's been so many.
It's a lot of stuff. So
like I said before, we try to keep the communication going. And that's one of the things that I appreciate about us is we are very honest. So when things are generally, if it's something financial or anything like that, we know what it is. So we haven't a plan of attack. We just stay the course. When stuff come out of the blue where it's unexpected, we're disappointed each other or whatever, we just try to keep talking through it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's like you get to both will get to a point we don't want to hear it no more, especially when you the person that's wrong or you the person that's guilty. But we give each other grace enough to be able to say, okay, obviously this is still bothering you. Let her get it out. This is still bothering him. Let me hear what he got to say. You know what I'm saying? And most importantly, we just try not to go back and do the same things that got us to wherever we were.
That's the main thing, because repeating the same offenses is diabolical.
Yeah,
like bro. I've had stuff that I feel damaged our relationship, and I'd be like, bro, I have trauma and shell shock. It's certain stuff that I just would never literally do again. And Kiki, for a long time, I wouldn't even go out. And Kiki was like, staying in this house in my face ain't gonna make the trust come back. Go out and live life. Just make better choices, better decisions. And I would literally just stay in the house, man. I had got to the point I had started gaining weight. I'm finding all TV shows to binge. I don't turn to a little slick slob. I don't know if I'm gonna take it there. I went that bad. But according to how I usually pull myself together, it was like, because I stopped taking little outfit pics on Instagram and all that stuff, and you know what I'm saying. I was going through, I went through a little depression type situation, but you bring yourself back, you pull yourself back together, and you get back on that horse again. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I try to preach when we both going through things like, man, just. This too shall pass. We will get past this. If it's something in our relationship, if it's something personal with each other that's going on, we're gonna get past it, man. Mm-hmm. We just got to be intentional about it, because you can get stuck really easy.
And then, especially if you don't agree necessarily, I think we just hungry again. But you could definitely, you know what I'm saying, like do yourself a disservice by just being not intentional about stuff. Like I ain't even gonna lie, I went through this phase. I was so irritated with Mike, and it was just a combination of things. Because over years, like you just like, okay, I'm gonna take that on the chin. Let me keep moving. But that particular situation, that specific situation with the nightclub or whatever, it really just sent me to another place.
And like, it was the build up before. It wasn't just that.
It wasn't that. So it was almost like the levees broke in my mind. And I was like, I'm not doing nothing. I ain't finna try for this relationship no more. I ain't doing nothing until you move your feet.
And I was not used to that.
He wasn't used to it at all.
She went from being that Kiki that I love her still, but I'm just saying that does everything for me and look out for me.
I gave good wife, great wife.
Yeah, okay? she put me, I was her priority. And after that, like I said, it was a buildup of stuff, me being selfish before that. And then when that happened, she literally just left me on my own on an island. And I was like,
and I ain't give a shit. I was just, because
and that's my first time actually seeing her not care. I was like, what you mean you don't care?
He wanted to do stuff.
I'm Mike, baby. I'm your Mike. I was literally saying that shit.
I ain't
that
cooking.
was my first time.
Doing nothing. Like I ain't going to bed with you. I'm not doing. I don't care, and I don't care how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to work your way back, you gonna work it. Because for so long, I had always been that person that's like, okay, dang, it's broke. Okay, what we gonna do?
Yeah.
Mike had to find out counselor.
Yeah,
he had to do it. I was not because and
she said, "I'm not trying. You got to try this time."
Literally told myself, and it was the hardest thing because I'm a controlling person. I think when it comes to certain
things, wait on me,
But the hardest thing to wait on, and he's, hey, I want you to come back. Come back the way. You need to find a reason for me to come back because I ain't coming back. It did. I don't know why. I
might have got too close to it though.
Bring yourself back.
Usually the hair get me back in though.
You got to shake it. It'll come back. But nonetheless, we you know, I mean, I dropped out of the race for a while, and for a minute, the baton just sat in between the middle of us because I think he thought that I was gonna be like, because you talk junk. I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that, or whatever, and then I go right back to doing it. This time I was like, I just didn't have it in me no more. I really just did not care. And he eventually picked up the baton and was like, we ain't gonna get to the other side of this race and still. And once I start seeing that the same effort was being put, now I can meet you where you
not only, and I still got a lot of work to do on that, but not only did I get a marriage counselor, but I started like talking to her by myself too, just trying to figure out what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? How do I handle stuff? Because I really just learned how to be a parent, a husband, and everything just from a very early age. And like I said, me and Kiki, there's a lot of stuff that me and Kiki didn't get to experience and get out of our system and all that stuff before we was like thrown into this marriage and had to learn how to be husband and wife and parents and stuff like that.
We weren't thrown into the marriage. We made a decision.
I'm just saying, but it was like at a young age we did it. We started it. It went through. We did make the decision to do it.
How do you guys balance your marriage life and social life? I actually think that that's pretty easy for us because a lot of our friends are married, so we do a lot of couples oriented things. But in addition to that, I'm big on you got to have your own life. You know what I'm saying? So we do things separately with our friends and together, and we still make time. We have to just prioritize stuff. So we can't take every invitation that we get because we get a lot of invitations.
And they're mostly from your side.
They do because Mike don't have like, so it's Mike being invited. So
I don't have a big social life.
His is real simple. Like he got like a handful of friends.
I got a couple of homeboys. I got Rich Nation on YouTube. Y'all, that's my family right there for the most part. And then I got the people who support Kiki. I love all of them. You know what I'm saying? So I try to keep a small circle because I just like people's feelings get hurt when they get just too many people. And it's some dudes that just like to have a bunch of homies around them all the time. I had more homies when we first met, but I had to whittle my circle down because everybody don't have your best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Me personally, like my family is like my sister, her birthday is today. She got 7 events for the whole entire month.
Which sister?
Tiger.
Her birthday today?
It's today. And she's turned, and she literally has 41. And she has like, I promise you, it's like it's the event every other day. And I'm like, I can't make it to all of those things. Sisters. I'm going to go and I'm gonna prioritize 1 or 2, but I'm not doing all of those things because I do have a family and we have to spend time together and with our children. So but honestly, that's probably one of the least of our issues, like as far as balancing our married life and our social life. Like,
it's not hard. It's not hard.
It just works.
But Kiki, the women in Kiki family, they celebrate themselves a lot. They do. For their birthdays, for when if their kids have something, we meeting up, we eating dinner, we doing this, we having this event, we renting out this space, and it be like Kiki know me every time. I love her sisters. I love them. I love them to death. Sometimes I be like, I don't want to go.
And I'll be
can I stay at the house?
They be like, how
can I just chill?
Be paying for it? If it's kid friendly, me and Harley, or in the Grand Bull, if it's kid friendly. If it's me, couple friends, depending on what it is.
Yeah, I go to the couple stuff.
He can pretty much, but they start doing a whole bunch of other stuff. He gonna be like, and I'm like, they don't even ask questions. They be like, Mike, he ain't want to call.
I get overstimulated when it's too many activities, man. Yeah. Mike, do you consider Kiki your best friend? I absolutely do. I have always Kiki been my best friend for we were best friends from the day one, man. Like all that talking we did at the beginning, all that. Like I said, being able to make a woman let their guard down, laugh, and feel like they enjoying life was a big thing for me because that's how I like to live. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we don't do it as much no more, but we be having inside jokes. We'll sit at a dinner table and make a whole. we'll be looking at people, and based off of how they look and their body language, we'll come up with a whole scenario and story about they talking about, yeah, he cheated because she did this right here, and she's stepping out. Look, she keep on picking up her phone. She ain't paying him no attention. Like and be sitting there laughing our butt off. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely do, but let me add to this too. I think that sometimes people ask this question because when you think about a best friend is generally somebody that know every single last thing about you. Mike is definitely my best friend, but I realize that he has some things that I'm just not gonna know. Same difference with us. You still have to have that part of it.
Oh yeah, you do.
We are definitely best friends.
We best friends, but like I said, I don't think that quantifies a best friend, because anybody who you know in life is gonna be something that you ain't gonna divulge to them. You're not gonna.
I mean, that's true, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of men be like that. My wife ain't my best friend because I ain't finna do this, and I'm not gonna tell them that. I feel like we not like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got a homie that we went, and you know you. I don't know if you're watching that. We went on. Your wife is your best friend, my boy.
Yeah.
We had that conversation, and you try to say, "Well, it ain't my best friend," because it is. No. And we broke up. Me and all the fellas broke it down to him. Yes, your wife is your best friend.
Yeah.
Y'all are definitely best friends. Okay. So how much more you want to do?
I don't know. Let's do like 3 more, and then we're gonna answer the rest of them.
All right.
Have we ever considered moving out of Georgia?
Put a marker on the last question that we asked so we can know the rest of them.
We don't have conversations about it. We ain't did no real research, child.
Nah.
The only thing that both of us me personally, when I retire, I want to be near some water.
I want to get to
a place. That's what I'm saying. I want to get to a place where I can have some properties, like in several different places.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Georgia is always gonna be home. It'll always be where I come back.
Georgia on my mind. Yeah. Talking about now me being such an Atlanta native and being so proud from the OG Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? The old Atlanta. I don't know. I ain't gonna say I can't separate, because I separate myself from the hood, so I can't say I can never separate myself from Atlanta, because I don't even be where I grew up, where I represent and claim and stuff. I don't even be there no more. I gotta have it on me if I go over there. You feel me?
Might be in jail by the morning.
Yeah. So and every time I go over there, I'm on my P's and Q's, and the T's are crossed and the I's dotted.
We were talking about that with a couple earlier today,
right?
It's so funny because we grew up in it, and when we grew up in it, it wasn't no thing. Like, it was just like, it was normal.
We was just outside,
and then
in this dangerous environment and not feeling threatened at all. You know what I'm saying?
Up on my grandma's street, locking the door. Like,
man.
My
mama house.
Don't wear no jury. Don't want to do nothing. I'm in and out. Okay. Not making no stop.
My mama house over there in East Atlanta is slowly becoming gentrified. Like, East Atlanta in general Zone 6 is literally becoming gentrified as we speak. So in a few years, it ain't even gonna be the hood no more. You know what I'm saying?
But they ain't got nowhere to go, so they just be on the corner.
Yeah, they be out there still. And it be a mixture. It's weird. You go to really gentrified areas where they done rebuilt these houses and everything. They got all these nice, and it needed to be like junkies and stuff hanging out in the middle, in the midst of all that beautiful.
And you just like, what we gonna do about
can we pick a struggle for real?
Exactly.
But moving out of Georgia, I would, but I don't know. We don't do no research. I have no idea where I would go.
Yeah, well, I mean, we just haven't really put a lot into it. Like I said, I mean, personally,
we visit places,
and that's the thing. I like to visit. I don't necessarily, if I can have it my way, I would just travel and go to different places.
It's our home.
If I necessarily just want to settle down nowhere.
It's our home, man. I feel like we know where everything is here. We know how to get around, and we know our families. Our families are here too.
Yeah, so, and where else would you live that you can have every season in one day?
Yeah, basically.
It
ain't too cold down here. It get hot as hell, but you know what I'm saying? Like you said, the weather changes for sure. You want to answer this? And I feel like we done answered that already.
Which one?
I feel like that's what we started off at.
Yeah, wait. Lonnie got a question down here, I think.
You want to do that one?
Yeah. Okay, it says, how do you deal with one person opening up and the other just being silent? Because I'm not the person telling anybody about anything about my life.
Now, let me tell you, Lonnie just said something.
Mm-hmm.
Most dudes, especially us, our cousins with this brown melanin, they don't want nobody knowing their business because we messy. They don't want nobody knowing. Black folk messy, shawty. I don't care what you say. They messy. So I kind of feel you on like not letting nobody know your situation like that. But when it comes to like therapy, you can tell the therapist. If it comes to people you trust, I feel like you can do. You just got to know who to.
I just can't imagine a life. Like, let me be clear with y'all. When I was growing up, like, I came from a household that my parents, my grandparents, everything that happened in your house, it stayed in your house. when I got old enough to understand why they did that, is because they knew the shit that was going on in that house should not have been going on. So they didn't want the embarrassment. They didn't want nobody else in their business. That was the reason that they did it. But as a result, now you got you full of all of these things, that all these emotions that you don't know what to do with.
Right.
So you meeting people and then you giving them your trauma because you messed up and don't even realize you messed up. I'm not saying at all, Lenny, that that's your situation. What I am saying is there's usually a reason that people don't want to identify that reason. And if you decide that you want to stay quiet forever, your partner should be able to respect that. But at least talk to her, at least talk to somebody, because it is so unhealthy to walk around with all of that in you. Like it's so.
You're not supposed to keep stuff bottled up, but I do definitely get his.
I understand. Don't get me wrong, but that's what I'm saying. You have to be able to identify who you can actually trust. It's not for everybody. Right. The stuff that we hear telling, I don't care. I'll tell anybody. But there are personal things that won't get on this computer, won't get on a phone call, won't do whatever or whatever. But if they're big enough, we are discussing it with somebody, just not everybody. You know what I'm saying? So everybody need a person. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs somebody that they can confide in. And I pray and hope that that's the case. Like I say, for us, we have to pay for somebody that can have an unbiased opinion, that who can actually support us. And a lot of times it doesn't, like, a lot of times people think about therapy and counseling and they think about it from a religious aspect. I actually don't. I don't even care about what your religious background is, because I just want the facts, the truth, what you learned in the book that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, I don't think that it is a healthy thing. However, if Mike ever was in a situation where he said, hey, I'm just not going to share, I'm going to respect his boundaries, but I would hope that he respect mine and allow me to. So I do think have
conversations before we do some of these videos.
Yeah, like, hey, what's on the line? What we're gonna talk about?
What line do we not cross?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I think that as long as you're okay with your person opening up and you're not, for me, I think the struggle would be if he don't want to open up and he trying to silence my voice too. Right. That would never work. Yeah. But if he wants to stay silent, and I will respect that, as long as I can do what I want to do as well. You know what I'm saying? And he has to understand and trust that I would never do, like, cross him, or if it's something he holding back on and he really don't want nobody to know, I'm not gonna come tell that. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that answers your question.
But I think another thing was, how does he deal with the other person wanting to be? And see, that's wanting to be like that, and he don't want to be like that. That's gonna be
might not be your matchable person, because that's not fair. My thing is like you could choose what you want to do for you, but don't stop anybody else's growth. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop or whatever. So I guess you have to figure out.
I feel like she got to respect him too, though, in that situation.
And that's what I'm saying. Like it's I think that it might not be compatible. Like and I also wanted to mention this too, because on another situation, somebody asked about being equally and unequally yoked. To me, I feel like it goes far and beyond. And I think communication styles is one of the things, and that's why I bring it up now. But it goes far and beyond the religious standpoint. I think that you have to have like a similar mindset, a growth mindset. If you got one person that's over here trying to do something and you don't want to do it, but you know that's gonna hold them back, I feel like you're not yoked. I feel like it encompasses so much other stuff rather than just religion, and this communication is one of those things. So if you have one of those people who does not want to be a communicator, but you know that that's huge for you, don't waste their time. You can't force that out of nobody. You can't change people. People change because they want to. It usually don't have anything to do with you. Yeah. So
yeah, and I got homeboys that literally comment about what we do on him. Like, man, y'all telling them folks all y'all business, and I'm like, we're not telling them all our business.
Like, it's so crazy. Like,
but we are talking about things that are important that we don't mind, like, speaking about. You know what I'm saying? And being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what a lot of people actually dig about us. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we should cut it off right there.
Okay, we can start right here. We've been here for an hour and 18 minutes. Y'all got to get up. We got to get up and go in the morning. Y'all, I got a book coming out in November, and I got so much stuff, and I'm so behind. Behind.
With everybody who put questions, we're gonna do a video and answer them. I just want to let them know that, because I don't want people to actually feel like they engage. We love the engagement.
We do.
So we're gonna answer those questions.
What I've been praying for. Like, I didn't realize that we would have to start a whole series, deep cut, to get engagement, but I'm happy that we're able to share and that you guys are engaging.
Let's put that up before we leave. We're gonna give y'all a couple of minutes to hit the like.
Y'all get
everybody who watched, we got 131 people in here.
So much.
Can we get more likes, please?
And I wanted to speak to Cuzzo, because he had hate Cuzzo, and then he said I wish a lot of the couples I counsel can hear this. Listen, share the video with them. If we ain't did too much cussing, you might have to extra edit it, because you know how we do.
Probably did probably 3 top cuss words.
Yeah, but y'all go support Cuzzo. Cuzzo got the dopest clothes. glasses.
know. I think he
He
DM'd
also
me.
has books. Like
He
he got a
got
whole
a
bunch
package.
of stuff.
He gonna send us some.
I need
fall,
a package sent
fall
for me. Okay,
He got fall
it's
stuff
okay
too.
if it's for guys. I'm gonna cut the shoulders out and I'm gonna show you a new way.
See them
Okay,
games, Kiki.
boy, if you don't get out of here,
See
that's
them
why you in
games.
here naked because you
No.
want somebody. I don't be getting you enough attention, babe. You need that. I'm messing with you.
Man, I'm hot. I'm hot right now. I'm sweating. I just took these things up. I'm gonna drop my hair down. I'm sweating.
Nah, I got to hear that for a whole week.
Yeah, but anyway, I can tell it.
So where did we stop? Okay, so I'm gonna pick up after that and see what other questions we have.
So
And we
get
got to
some
go
likes,
back to it.
likes.
Please like, subscribe, share, support. Yeah. We appreciate all of your support.
We're trying to
go
be
hard for us, and we appreciate it.
And we're trying our best to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
We was gonna do a video and post tonight, but by the time I finished editing it wasn't gonna be up. It was gonna just be up at like 11 o'clock probably. So
yeah, we had a really nice lunch date with some of our supporters. Corey and Kanita, they actually they were here.
That's them right there who commented up right now.
They were actually here because she did this marathon or whatever good for her
triathlon.
And they did a whole bunch of stuff. But she wanted to meet so she could find my books or whatever, which was amazing. But we had a long dinner and we had so much fun, y'all. So we weren't rushing it. We honestly left there, then went to did a little lightweight shopping and stuff.
I did a vlog.
And so by the time we got home, we was like riding in the car, and I'm like, babe, we ain't do no video.
So I said, well, we gonna go live or something?
And I was like, that's gonna be better because we don't have to worry about editing it. You can just talk to the people real time, and then we can just
leave the video. Last time we're gonna do this all the time, but we would definitely do these again.
Absolutely, because this has been amazing.
Appreciate y'all, man. So
I guess on that note, I'm finna go. You hungry? Because my stomach's so growling.
Yeah, you said you were gonna cook that fish, right?
I'm finna go cook.
Number love fish
at 10 o'clock at night.
Ain't number love fish.
We gotta stop this.
I'm off tomorrow.
No, what you gonna do? Work out? I mean, because this I'm talking about because we eat late.
Oh, I definitely need to work out.
Yeah,
I ain't had a good workout since we was on that cruise.
I don't gain like a good 13.
The gym was fire on that cruise too.
I ain't even go by there, but I can just tell like my clothes fitting different. It's time for me to.
Yeah, I done put on some weight too. Since we went on that cruise,
my problem is not eating because I eat well. My problem is drinking. I like juice and stuff, and I be buying like diet juice, but it don't hit the same. And I got. And it's like when I go through stressful times, that's when I be wanting to drink the most sugar.
Come in here with that crack grape juice and that crack mango lemonade, and I be like, man, this all got so much sugar.
It do, and I know I'm not with my condition. I'm not supposed to have that type of sugar, but I be like, I'm just gonna drink a little bit. But 8 ounces turn into 16, turn into 2 cups, turn into I be like, oh my god! So I got to stop that.
We probably got a lot of comments, baby, because this comment was left at 9:39.
Wow, it's almost.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of comments to go through on that video, so that should be fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Well, we love y'all so much. Happy Sunday. We wishing you nothing but greatness, prosperity, blessings for the upcoming week. You guys. Hang in there. Man. Like I say, love y'all so much. I'm wishing nothing but the best for each and every one of you guys. And we will see y'all next weekend. I don't know if it'll be a live, but we're gonna see.
It's gonna be a video. I'm gonna try to get to answer these questions up for the next video sometime during the week, so it won't be no pushing against the clock.
Gotcha.
Appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all have a blessed night. We love y'all.
Bye.
We are out of here.